What's going on, people? It's your man the YB back once again. Shout out to my doggy Gary Rook for coming through and boosting up the coin. So, John Fury has given some frank words to his son Tyson Fury after the Ngannou fight. Now, I'm obviously about 3 months late on this, but it's one of them, 100%. Here we go. John Fury warns Tyson Fury needs more time to prepare for Alexander Usyk fight after revealing major concerns over his fitness and tactics. Here are the actual quotes. Where are we, buddy? Here we go, buddy. Alright then. The 17th of February is the date they have got to work towards. But in my opinion, Tyson needs a bit more time to get his conditioning right and his weight right. For me, it looked like he had lost 20 pounds of muscle since last time. Something was wrong. For my money, his last 3 fights, I have seen a bit of a decline. Not a decline in ability, but a decline in strength, power and physical condition. I don't know what they are doing up there. You have to address it. He didn't look himself in Saudi. So, this one's a somewhat complicated one. Why? Because I don't want to take anything away from Ngannou, to be quite frank. Let's not forget, people, John Fury, I did videos on it. John Fury was huffing and puffing, and I was doing it as well. I ain't put my hands in there. I saw the footage. I said, wow, this guy gets smoked. He looked stiff, he looked slow, he looked ponderous. And I thought, with 10-ounce gloves on, he's going to gas so quickly. And instead, he was pretty durable. Well, very durable. His chin, 10 out of 10. His cardio was solid. His ability to find a shot. How many people find a shot on Fury? Okay, Wilder did a few times. But Wilder's been doing that party trick for how many years? Ngannou just rocked up in his first fight ever. Like I said the other day, imagine Tyson Fury going into the UFC and dropping John Jones, for example. That's the equivalent, right? How many people think that can happen? Not even once. There wouldn't be one prayer of Tyson Fury dropping John Jones, not one. Or, tell you, there wouldn't even be a prayer of Tyson Fury dropping Ngannou in a UFC fight. He'd be smoked. And yeah, UFC fighters do box, but they don't box, do they? Let's be real here. Ngannou's the first guy to actually translate from mixed martial arts to boxing. And not only translate, but he won the fight. Like, he beat the best boxer of the last 10 years, 15 years. So, I don't want to take away from him. But I do have to say, Fury did look iffy. But was he looking iffy? Or was it Ngannou looking good? I tend to lean towards Ngannou. Ngannou looked good. Very good. Very strong. If anything, I think he could have stopped Fury for what it's worth on that night. On that night, if he'd have put the hammer down, which you can't blame him for, it's his first fight. It's kind of mind-blowing. His first fight is against the best fighter of the last 10 years who's been knocking everyone out. Wilder got knocked out. Wilder had never touched the mat before. And Fury steamrolled him. Ngannou took all them same shots, all them big huffing 1-2s. Huh! Fury jumps in. Huh! Big, you know what I mean? That kind of alleged Kronk style. Ngannou took some of them shots clean. His defense was tight. Head movement was on point. Fair play to the guy. But the fact John Fury's saying this, we have to also take into account Fury's been kind of not exposing, but he's been airing out Tyson Fury's trainer, Sugar Hill, for a while. And it's interesting how things go in cycles. It was kind of like, at one point Fury was the outboxer. Then he kind of beat Wilder twice and he fell in love with his hands. And now it's kind of reverted again. Wilder can't fight going backwards. Do you understand? That was the perfect. And I'm not going to tap myself on the back too much here. But I was one of the ones saying, the videos are documented, that Fury need to go forward and press Wilder. He can't fight going back. Now, the fact that worked for Wilder went straight to Fury's head. Oh, I'm the biggest puncher of all time. I can just steamroll people. What we're beginning to learn, or what we certainly learn now, is it doesn't work against someone who can box. Ngannou can box at range. He can move his feet. He never looked... Wilder got his big, wide stance, like trying to think, what sport has a wide stance like that? Like kickboxing kind of thing. Kickboxing or karate. That big wide stance. Wilder's got a karate stance. He can't go back. He can't move his feet. He's like planted on the floor. You put pressure on him and he's all off balance, all gangly looking, and he's all that bent out of shape, right? Ngannou, he narrow, strong, bull, top, bear. Yeah, these are all the words you can use to describe Ngannou. Yeah, Ngannou, the guy you call in. If your missus is disappointed with your performance, Ngannou, the guy you fly in, right? You don't fly in Wilder with his gangly last stable. He ain't got no stance. How do you think Wilder can hit? Wilder can't hit nothing, right? Do you understand? Not from that stance. What the hell? He's got pretty good accuracy on his right hand. But listen, for my money, if my missus wasn't impressed with my performance, I'll be flying Ngannou and not Wilder. Wilder's one-dimensional. He can hit it one way. Ngannou hit it every way. Do you understand? And YB, this, that, the other, you're a cuck. And listen, end of the day, people, sometimes your wife need a good MOT or service. This is what it is. Yeah? Listen, if you're 5'9", if you're a 5'9" manlet like the YB, sometime, one day, you know what I'm saying? It's better than divorce, right? Yeah, at some point in your marriage, you're going to need a Donny like Ngannou to come in and service an MOT. Oh, stop. But now, on a serious note, let's talk about the relevance now of this and the Usyk fight, which John Fury kind of puts on here. The fight's on February, but he needs more time to get his conditioning right. And this is something that I don't agree with. He doesn't need more time. Boxers need to be in the gym more is what they need. This whole narrative of 8-week camp, no other sport does that. No other sport, yeah, you can do 8-week camp and then do nothing for 2 months and blow up in weight. Every other sport, you're in there day in, day out. Not every other sport, I'm trying to think. Football's a bit loosey-goosey, to be fair. It's a bit loosey, in my opinion. But other sport, athletics, for example. Athletics, swimming, you're in there twice a day. Back to back. Maybe you get 3 weeks off a year, maybe, if you're lucky. This whole, and I understand you can't take damage. Oh, we can't take damage all the time. It's not about taking damage, but staying fit. You should be going from camp to camp to camp. Maybe you only spar 8 weeks, but the rest of the time you should be treating yourself like an athlete, not like a Stravlos Flatley, them Donnies from X Factor or whatever. That's what you shouldn't be doing. And Fury's been doing that. Now his conditioning, Fury's always looked out of condition. It's not a new thing. I believe he weighed in like 270, so he's always been around there in the Wilder fights. He definitely hasn't lost 20 pounds of muscle. That's what he hasn't done. And I can't understand an argument for it. Sugar Hill wouldn't have suddenly stopped his weight program. I've seen Fury lifting weights. It's not a good look, if that makes sense. There's no way from the way Fury lift weights, he ain't putting no muscle on anyway, in my opinion. So it wasn't the muscle that was lost. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, right now this whole situation's heating up. Yeah, before me and many other people, yeah, Fury's going to steamroll Usyk. Too big, too strong, too long. But now one of two things is true. Either we're going to find out how good Ngannou is, or Fury going to get his head boxed off. If Ngannou was just that good, then Fury might wash Usyk. But let's call it spade a spade. Ngannou was giving Fury problems, not from power. If anything, Ngannou didn't put his foot down on the power button enough, in my book. Ngannou was giving Fury boxing problems. Yeah? Wilder gave Fury power problems. Ngannou gave Fury power/boxing problems. Now, if we assume for a second that Usyk's an even more tricky boxer, which I think that's fair to say at this point, we still need to see more from Ngannou. But I think Usyk's trickier than Ngannou is. And if he's trickier, what Fury can do? However, let's not forget, people, AJ, he went in there with Usyk and yeah, he lost, but in that second fight, he wasn't so bad. And I do think there's a chance Fury puts his earmuffs on. I think that's the best way. Put your earmuffs on. Do what Daniel Dubois really set half a blueprint. Daniel DeQuitt set a little bit of a blueprint. He can't take body shots. Put your earmuffs on. Storm in Norman. And Usyk will fight back. But at that point, it's kind of like, who's a harder man? And other factors like weight, power come into play. We've seen Chisora do it as well. Yes, Usyk was new to heavyweight. But Chisora, really, out of everyone who's fought Usyk, combining them two strategies, Chisora pressured Usyk. He didn't really like it. Dubois hit him to the body. He didn't really like it. Put them two together. Some pressure. And some body work. Not so much this whole 1-2 business. The whole Kronk thing, all I've seen from Fury in recent fights is the whole, I'm going to jump in with a 1-2. I haven't seen him really mix it up. I can't remember the last time he threw a body shot, to be honest. So that's what he needs to do. Is he going to do it? We'll find out. But I do agree, for sure. I'm not sure about more time. Well, I'm pretty confident. Forget about this. Forget about February 17th. There's no chance Fury's fighting Usyk on February 17th. No chance. It'll be March or April. There's no way Fury... You know what Fury's like. Fury's got 20 kids. So he's not going to be training through Christmas, which he would have to. Because Christmas is like, 7 weeks away. There's no way Feb 17th happens. And if it does happen, it only is held against Fury in my book. There's no way you can concentrate around Christmas with 10 kids. Not even once. I don't care how big your house is. I don't care how many helpers you've got. It's just madness, I assume. Anyway, the good news is about this whole situation is that, for me at least, it's opened it up. 2 months ago, I'd have told you it's a one-sided thing. Now it really is. I got it 60-40 Fury. But I can genuinely see now, people who think Usyk going to win, I can see where you're coming from. Anyway, I mean, Ngannou nearly won, didn't he? Ngannou got, I think it was a draw. One of the judges had it a draw. Ngannou nearly won. So again, we're going to find out how good Ngannou really is. Because if it's as simple as how good and experienced you are, Usyk will win. If that extra experience is worth something, he'll win. But what Usyk doesn't have is that power factor. I've talked in many videos about the Canelo effect. Canelo goes in there, he hits someone, and they think twice about doing anything again. So Ngannou was carrying that. Ngannou dropped Fury early, which put him off. Usyk is not going to have that power threat. Usyk won't have Fury second-guessing himself, I don't believe. I mean, Usyk had AJ second-guessing himself, but Fury is a different level of... Mentally, he's a different level of fighter. Fury's not afraid to get knocked down. Fury won't... Unless you're really dangerous. And that's not even necessarily true. Fury was consistent in the Wilder fights, and Wilder was dangerous. I do think Fury lost his head a bit in the Ngannou fight, though. I think he felt something in there. Yeah, Wilder's got a good right hand, but he's not got Anunnaki, I don't believe. Fury felt some different kind of force in there from Ngannou, and he didn't really want to know. Yeah, watch the film Prometheus. Yeah, Ngannou has some of that Promethean engineer goo. Yeah, the whole story of Prometheus is these next alien engineer Donnies. Yeah, they came to Earth, and then they essentially sacrificed themselves and put their DNA into the water, and that kind of spawned a whole bunch of things. You best believe it. Ngannou's from that line. Ngannou's from the Promethean engineer line. That's just what it is, and Fury felt that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's intriguing times. Let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, and leg off the bell 100%.